crisscross applesauce, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Crisscross
I thought I just knocked that over.
applesauce.
Well,
Welcome,
hey.
everybody. Welcome, everybody.
Well,
Hello.
wait a minute. Were we just here?
We are literally just here. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Oh, let me unclip this.
What are we doing? What are we doing
Well,
here?
honestly, I think I personally need some help. After watching Master of Disguise just now, and if you missed that is
Well, maybe they're watching this first.
Well, if you're watching this first, that's okay. What I was going to say, though, if you didn't watch that, if you missed that, that's okay. Maybe you've seen it before. Maybe you don't want to watch it again. We're going to be talking about our personal experience with that movie as we've just watched it, unpacking some things, aftercare, if you will. So welcome to Aftercare.
Oh boy. Okay.
I was going to say let's talk about that, but that's not this.
That's not this. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Bootyswagga, joined as always
I'm
with
Yeb.
the lovely...
I'm Yeb.
There you go. Little thing here. So, we're going to take our time to talk about 2002's
2002.
Master of Disguise, written and starring Dana Carvey. How are you feeling after watching this movie?
Honestly,
let's start with that question. How do you feel after watching
I will
it?
say, of the two of us, I am I want to say the least traumatized. I actually feel kind of happy because when I hear that a movie is going to really be a stinker, I worry for my attention span. I worry that I'm going to get bored. But this was a different kind of stinker. This is the kind of stinker that there's so much to see and so much to react to that you don't get bored, really. And thank God, this movie also isn't that long. And how are you?
You know, I thought I was feeling bad, and then
Yeah,
the fact that you said you were feeling happy
I'm
watching this.
totally fine.
The fact that you said you felt happy.
I am happy.
The fact that you said you felt happy watching this movie
I am.
only upsets me further.
I'm sorry.
This movie just made me feel confused and frightened. No. I did laugh occasionally, I'm not going to lie, but I think it was more, I don't know. I don't want to be a hater on it. Like it is.
You can hate on it.
It is. I don't know. It's just such a.
I think a lot of people will be.
A why movie. I just can't get over. Yeah. I can't get over so many choices this movie made, from the writing to the filming, the Dana Carvey choices in every scene. Like they just gave him full free reign.
Yep.
And that's what we got. Like I just am baffled. I'm baffled. I feel more speechless. I've seen it before. I knew what to expect. I'm not like traumatized over it, but it is. I just forgot to the extent of how just
ridiculous,
unapologetically childish it's for.
Yes.
And
that was one point that I did write down on my phone, in my phone. Like of the things that I could take issue with this, one of those is, who is this movie for? Because
that's number one on my list. That's number one. I don't know.
There's fart jokes.
The entire movie is a fart joke.
Infantile humor.
The whole movie is infantile humor.
But then there's...
His name is Pistachios.
But then there's talking about women's bodies, sexualizing them, treating them like they need a man, or that they're wrong for having a smaller butt or something. Like, so that's the part where I'm not sure who this movie is for. Also the George Bush reference.
All of the disguises.
Like who? Like exactly, because all of those disguises are a reference to a character that exists already in this world, and children don't get that, right? Minus the turtle one.
I was like,
I mean, unless there is an instance of a turtle human that I don't know.
Jeff Bezos.
A scaly.
Jeff Bezos.
Howie
Mandel.
Yes.
Mr. Clean.
The plot to this movie is ambiguous-ish. Basically, it is, what's his name again? Dana Carvey as Pistachio. He's working at an Italian restaurant that his parents own. And then his parents get stolen by Data or Ed Norton. And his father is forced to work as his little thieving slave man with his ability of master of disguising. Pistachio doesn't know where his parents went, gets linked up with his old grandpa who helps him study the way of the master of disguise to rescue his father, meets a lady along the way, ends up rescuing his mom and dad. That's the whole story. Mary's the lady, his assistant, whatever.
Thank you.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to run over that plot really quickly for anyone who hadn't watched the movie with us. Anyway, my favorite character was Pistachios. Not the guy.
What?
The lady who keeps calling him Pistachios.
The Brooklyn lady, yeah.
The Brooklyn lady. I don't know her fucking name, but she was my favorite character because she was so ridiculous. And my favorite scene was probably the montage of when he's being trained. Minus the one that you're probably laughing at. But I find the montage to be just quintessential, like, C-tier, not even C-tier, like E-tier movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. What about you?
Oh, God. I really, 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 really did not enjoy this. I think my favorite character was the cuteness. Obviously. Obviously, the cuteness absolutely crushed this movie. I could find no fault with the cuteness of performance. The cuteness rode on a skateboard.
Yeah, he did.
Played dead.
Good dog.
Yeah, the cuteness just absolutely nailed it. Favorite scene? Ah, jeez. I think my favorite scene is probably the one that sticks in my head the most. I think out of all of the terrible ones is the robot slapping him back, just going, "I am your daddy. I am your daddy."
That's
talking
your favorite
like Robot
scene?
Jones. I think that's the only scene that sticks in my head because like the "Who is your daddy? I am your daddy." I think that was the one thing from this movie that stuck through like my childhood and like with my friends of just like slapping someone and being like, "Who is your daddy?" Like that I think stuck more than anything else in this movie. So that's probably my favorite scene, just for that unlocks some memories for me.
What does he say when he was a baby and he was hitting the doctor? I slap you, I slap you, you slap me.
I think so. You slap at me, I slap at you.
That one was the thing that stuck around in my house because my brother would, and then he would say that. Yeah, that was a fun little game that we played.
That's fun.
But my least favorite scene obviously is the snake charmer scene. Just because I feel like I can't look at it. But the thing is, there's so many movies like that.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? Just be uncomfortable,
What?
I guess.
Like, what do you mean?
When you're watching that and you know it's of the times, but at this, like, I don't know, I guess you could always fast forward. Like, there's really not very much you can do.
That would be kind of absurd to fast forward. I think you just watch it.
I've watched it with my head in my hands.
Yeah, but I mean, you just gotta watch it. It's not like, what are you going to do? Like, us watching it is not, or like fast forwarding isn't going to change. It's just,
it's not changing anything.
No,
it's just a matter
it's
of,
already made.
I know, it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of, like, I feel uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah, I think we all do, looking at it from a 2023 perspective. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What was your least favorite scene and character wrapped into one?
My least favorite character was his dad. I found his dad to be just a complete pretender, not interesting at all. Didn't like him.
Wow, you did
10
not
out of
like
10
Italian.
would have replaced him with Pedro Pascal. 100%.
Fair to say. I don't know where Pedro was at that time, but
yeah, I don't know where he was either.
I don't believe he was working.
Oh, did he start his career like late in the game?
I think so.
I should look that up.
I think so.
I'm gonna look that up.
I think I have a tie. My least favorite character is probably the villain of the movie, who is has the worst. Just the fart gimmick I can't get over. I can't get out of my head of how that was the acceptable choice. That, I think, broke any sort of frame for who this movie is made for, because I don't understand how you can get away with just anytime the villain laughs as a monologue, he just gives out a little poot. And like, who designed the farts? Like, is it in the script?
The Foley guy.
Is it in the script for like the fart design?
The fart
was it just
design.
like improv on the actor of just like laugh, and then when you realize it, let it sink in, and then they just built the fart. I'm so confused, and I hated it, which ties into my least favorite scene, which is the stupidest ending to a movie I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That just made me so uncomfortably stun-locked and angry of just villain falls into pool, farts up a jet of water.
Yeah.
I'm just...
You know what actually was worse? Worse to me, the George Bush bullshit.
Well, that's top. That was one of Dana Carvey's most famous impressions on SNL, man. So you have to sneak it in there.
I get that it's topical, but I mean, it really is a time machine. I feel like that was like the nail in the coffin for the whole time machine of the times effect.
Yeah, that really, really was such a any sort of like presidential joke just never really lands.
And like that's the thing, and I feel like this is actually a really hotly contested thing for a lot of movies is like, you know, those movies that will have, oh, Mr. President, they have an actor playing the president. It's always I think, if I could assume, a debate between, do we pick someone who looks like the current president? Do we try to copy the current president? Or do we make a different president within this universe? That's always something that I look out for because I feel like it speaks a lot to the, I don't know, the writing of the movie or whatever.
Do you have a favorite fictional movie president?
Off the top of my head, I want to say the fake president in Agent Cody Banks. Don't ask me what he looks like, what his name is. I have no fucking clue. Comment
down below if you know who Yev's talking about right now.
The president in Agent Cody Banks. Yeah.
That's really funny. I think I'm torn right now between two.
Oh.
I think I'm torn right now between two.
Okay.
Because it's the first two that spring to my mind when I think of like, well, okay, there's three. There's three, but two main ones. The Terry Crews from Idiocracy.
Oh, you know, I haven't seen that.
Well, you gotta see it.
Oh, God damn it.
Terry Crews as the president of, well, technically I think Earth, or maybe it's North America. I forget now. And then two is probably going to be Jack Nicholson in Mars Attacks. I mean,
also haven't seen that.
He's just, it's him and I think his wife is Glenn Close. I think is the first lady. Mars Attacks is so good. So good. But I think between Terry Crews and Jack Nicholson, best fictional president. Comment down below, who is your favorite movie fictional president? Let us know.
And let me know if you agree with me. Agent Cody Banks. I don't know what he looks like. Don't know his name.
If you had to rate this movie out of 5, or no, out of 10, we do out of 10 here. What would you rate this movie out of 10?
If I have to give an overall score, obviously it's not a great film. I would have to give it like a 3.5 maximum, and that's adding in the nostalgia factor.
I thought it was going to be, I would say this movie is a 3 at best.
Yeah.
3 at best.
Yeah.
Only because it at least went by fast. The movie, I feel, really didn't drag. It was a quick movie. Nothing felt better than when it ended, even though it ended in possibly the worst way it could have.
I feel like then you're right. I'll change mine to a 4. My personal rating. Yeah.
Damn.
No, because it was fast.
It got better in your mind?
It did. It was fast. It was fast. And I appreciate that. And like I said,
that's the only thing
when I hear of a stinker, I think like I'm going to get bored. But this wasn't boring. There was really all too much. Way too much. So many questions I have. His accent, the wardrobes, the characters.
Awful.
And the bits.
Terrible.
But all iconic all the same. So for that reason, I give it a 4.
I'm still shell-shocked from it. I'm still distraught. I'm still horrified. Who was your favorite disguise? Let's end on a positive. Who was your favorite disguise?
What is her name? Granny Num Nums?
Oh, jeez.
Granny Num Nums.
The mystical nose-stealing witch.
Yes! No, he bit the guy's nose off when he was a turtle.
Oh, that was the turtle. That's right. Granny Num Nums.
Granny Num Nums. She was just like Snagglepuss, but if she was an old lady.
She was Little Orphan Annie, but old and withered and bitter.
I loved it.
Oh, who's mine?
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Jeez. I just I think mine is probably Terry Suave. I think that was the only character that actually got anything accomplished with like minimal mental challenge. So I think Terry Suave is probably the only one that I would give my pass to.
Okay. As far as disguises go.
As far as disguises go. Well, this was the little aftermarket here.
Aftercare.
This was a little aftercare after a little Master of Disguise.
Mm-hmm.
What a stinker. I don't know about it.
What a stinker. But I will say, like I said previously, timepiece, and I feel like this really just needs to hit you right in the nostalgia. If it doesn't, then hey man, at least you tried. Thanks for coming through this experience with us while we chatted about Master of Disguise 2002. Written, directed, starring.
Not directed.
What's his name again?
Dana Carvey. As always, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That unlocks a whole lot of fun stuff for us. So don't forget. We're going to be, if you like this format, if you like this kind of little short form episode about the movie, then be sure to let us know. If you have anything else you want to say, leave a comment down below. As always, it's me, your boy Bootyswagga.
And me up.
There we go. Thanks for being here, everybody. You hang up first.
Now he's got to get up and go turn that off. But I think he really wants you to hang up. If you don't hang up, I get the lashings again. Hang up.